the purple heart lane. Gotta remember what squaddy I have to join for this. Double check that. Carentan Causeway with Meline Bridge. So this favors 9th of May pretty heavily.
Я слышу.
I don't know what he's saying, but
Снайпер.
that's me.
Снайпер не гад, я согласен. Ну, центряк, я сразу усаживаюсь, сяду сейчас сверху.
That is very loud for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's just loud. All right. So yeah, Carentan Causeway and then Jordan Canal and Meline Bridge as the offset points. This is gonna favor 9th of May pretty heavily. It's gonna be very tough if LEP do get pushed back. Like if they lose basically where this tank mark is, they get pushed back like out of this little sector right here from 9th of May into Jordan Canal. It's gonna be very, very tough for them to, I would say, come back from this. Just because Carentan Causeway is a very German-sided point, probably the most German-sided point on this map. The Jordan Canal, very tough, honestly, for 9th of May to take. This is obviously all open field and bog, basically. So, it's pretty easy pickings for LEP if they do so, you know, have to... God, I have something stuck in my throat. If they do have to defend this, it's going to be very easy for LEP to pick 9th of May off if they do decide to push on there. But at the same time, I do expect a major fight over Carentan Causeway. LEP really overloading this point right here. I'm very curious if LEP is, or 9th of May is getting ready for any snipes. I don't see any additional vehicles. I do see additional recon tank. Let's be Polka out of that. LEP just getting stuff ready. Oh, and they got the Greyhound stuck in the trench. That is pretty unfortunate for them. Not sure if they can get a truck to quickly turn around and get that out, but that's gonna be a little bit tough for LEP to come back. Lots of trenches that you can easily get stuck in on this map. So that's gonna be maybe a little bit of a slow start for LEP, but obviously, you know, time will tell. I do expect 9th of May to get this midcap onto Carentan Causeway. Seconds. Not sure if any teams are actually prepped with any sort of snipes. It does not look like it. Maybe this recon tank actually is. Get under. I think 9th of May is starting to hit. Rain is coming in hot. We do have some snipes coming in. And it looks like the driver actually died. Bunch of 9 May rounds coming in to kill a bunch of the LEP players. Very common spot. This medium's gonna have to put in some major work for LEP. 9th of May just came storming in. Bunch of rockets, holy hell. I just want to see where all these rockets land. Oh my gosh. 9th of May with the prep with all the rockets and stuff. They have AT guns all the way back in the HQ as well. This is major prep from 9 May here. And they're basically going to get this cap pretty much uncontested. This rain is honestly very annoying. Did they add dynamic weather to this map? I feel like they did. But it's just all 9 May on Carentan Causeway. Obviously, LEP does have this flank to the over here, but you know, this is basically, if this was the midpoint, this would be a lot more contested into LEP's favor. But the whole mid cap See if DJ can do something here. It's Fronty. Fronty gets the frag. I had to sneeze really badly. Ugh. Obviously, a bunch of LEP do spawn now on that front door garrison, but this will be probably a 9th of May capture. I got to stay a little bit low to the ground because this dynamic ladder is not doing so well on my screen. God, this blinking is really making me mad. I'm not gonna lie. That will be a cap for 9 May. Hopefully the score bug does reflect that. Yes, it does. But LEP does, obviously have, a good amount of forces. They just need to cross this river, and that's going to be the hard part, is crossing that river for them. Get to that other side. Got Joe and Golet. Actually starting to... Oh, but I'm pretty sure that's friendly Artie that killed them. A little bit unfortunate there. Take a look at the map. 9 May pretty spread out. They don't have really any garrisons to the east or west of Tank Causeway. PHL is one of those maps where you know where a garrison's at, but it's going to be really rough to get to because it's so open. So there's not a lot of places yet, but I think the dynamic rain kind of went away, thank God. I think what's really helping on 9 May right now is having both of these tanks inside the hard cap. He is getting hit from somewhere. I'm not quite sure where from. Like one of the Luxes did go down, unless that was the truck. It was actually the truck. Tank crew trying to support his infantry here on the front lines, doing a pretty decent job doing so, but did take some rockets. Lux can do. This Lux is actually being a huge pain for LEP right now. Go over here, kind of on the quote-unquote front lines towards Jordan Canal. 9th May still don't have a garrison down, even though they do have some supplies, but obviously they do want to... They built that. Ronti and Tassin. Tassin gets the better of that engagement. Waiting to put down his OP to get a bunch of his boys to spawn on and maybe get that eastern side or the western side back into their favor. Go, just trying to crawl, like maybe get into a better position. Basically does have to go through 2 tanks, and he gets blown up. Looks like LEP do have, I think that's their medium tank, engaging this Luke's. And it will go down. Gonna free up the infantry for LEP a little bit. Very curious to see if this 9-May P4 does have a beat onto that medium tank. Medium does shatter, but this P4 is also weak to something. It might have just been tracks. He did shatter on his turret, so maybe he doesn't have the best line of sight on its hull. Nine-May medium just gonna back up. Looks like they are gonna bring up a heavy tank for 9-May. Have AT guns. It's kind of interesting to see both those AT guns just absolutely shelling the main road. Just trying to make sure they actually got this mid-cap off. Get some snipes. Deja vu. Being very sneaky inside this bush. You know, even when 9th of May did snipe their trucks, LEP is they're still in a decent position. Like, obviously the game's not lost quite yet. They still have, you know, lots of time to get things situated, stuff like that. Looks like LEP are starting to leak in from the west a little bit on this one little canal type area. Little hedgerow. Ooh, and a snipe by Grab there with a rocket. Oh, please tell me you have a flamethrower. It's not. That would have been amazing if he has a flamethrower. Spellcaster Shelmian gets the general down. General Sanka. Rocket there from Dennis. On the left side of things and see how they're doing over here as far as some of their armor. Commander did mark a garrison. I don't think that's accurate whatsoever, but you know, there's probably one over here somewhere. Tank blows up. It looks like that was an AT gun. That P4 is pretty beat up on that main road. Not sure where the medium Sherman is. It's still playing pretty passive. Because, you know, 9-May are starting to leak up here in the north, and if they start wrapping around towards this area, that could spell disaster for LEP. Commander for the allies here will be Cactus for LEP. Gonna fight on the front lines with his boys. Usually if you have a commander fighting your front lines like this, you are very confident that no one's in your back lines and you have a good Gary network. Obviously 9th of May aren't really, you know, being too aggressive. Maybe a little bit on the their blue zone, but really nothing in the red other than one SL. Shelmian gets one. Get Cactus. Gets cactus, but then goes down to black. We do have some smoke already coming in. I'm pretty sure that has to be from LEP there. Maybe trying to help blind some of these tank lines. Because Nightmare does, you know, have a heavy tank up. And an abandoned Luke's tank. You got to imagine that there has to be a LEP 76 coming up at some point. Sounds like we do have a bombing run. Carentan Causeway Garrison is down, so it looks like this LEP push could be a good one if this bombing run does connect, and the bombing run is coming in. It's like both crew members do get inside the tank before they do die to the bombing run, so good on them, but they are starting to lose the cap now. Tiny bit. LEP coming in pretty strong. Nightmare doing a good job repairing this tank. Medium tank is just being a really big pain in the side of LEP right now to even secure this defense. If they knock out this this medium, they should be good to go. But this also, funny thing is, this Lux, you know, it's just acting as a distraction for LEP. There's no one in it. There's probably no ammo in it. But you know, they're wasting a few rockets on it, so a little bit of advantage for Nightmare there. Might get a tank engagement here soon. I see somewhat in the distance that medium tank. Playing pretty passive, but obviously still playing pretty safe. Luke's tank does go down. I assume it honestly just blown up because there's no one in it. Bottom run is coming down for 9 May. LEP's starting to wrap around slightly. They do have a garrison down on point, so they do have that going for them, but this front door and somewhat of this northeast side pretty good under LEP control. Ozman is locking up the Gary and will get down to Satchel, and he will Satchel this medium tank. This is going to be a very big play from LEP if this Satchel does go off Cosman here. It will knock out not only the medium tank, but also the garrison and any infantry around it. Spawn wave does come up, and this is going to be a huge Satchel for LEP here. I don't think they know that it's Satcheled. And that will knock it out, and the garrison with all the infantry around it. The unfortunate thing for LEP now is they just don't have anybody like near hardcap. They do have one SL on the opposite side of the road. Shelmian, I think, just burnt his OP and immediately goes down to Gilmore or Gulmore or Gilme. I have no idea. I am going to be terrible at names. throughout my casting career, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. And LEP are starting to capture it back towards their favor, but 9May still trying to hold their defense strong. Looks like this medium actually did die, and I did not see where it died from. Interesting. But if we do see, though, that LEP are going to bring up a 76 and that medium on top of the main road, they do have AT guns all the way in the back. Maybe trying to get some shots into those tanks that might not see them. Oh, but the AT guns are actually killing the 76, and the 76 has no idea where he's getting shot from. Both these crews very, very weak. AT gun from LEP is, or from 9May, is being very painful for the infantry, or for the tanks of LEP. I don't know what I just said. I keep confusing these team names, and I apologize. But half cap down here for LEP. Huge satchel goes off. We're gonna look at the flare. This is what LEP is going to, or 9May is going to see. They do have a garrison on point, and they are starting to defend. But obviously, without those tanks in support of this assault, just basically infantry and arty, but medium is driving up. Bunch of rockets coming out, either team. Something just blew up over here. It was the medium tank. Not quite sure what got him popped. Actually, an AT gun? Could have been a rocket from Sergi here. Not quite see what actually killed him. They do have a tank all the way in the flank, though, for 9May. Already just being very, very brutal. It's PHL. Already reigns supreme on PHL and Boy. Like 9th May recovered very well after that little scare moment after losing that medium and that garrison. I think the unfortunate thing for LEP in that situation is they just had no one really near the hard cap within, like, I would say 50 meters, 75 meters. They didn't really take advantage of that, but, you know, still a lot of time left for both of these teams to, you know, determine who's going to win or lose this match. In the back line. Ooh, MG. Not sure if LEP has an OP somewhere back here. Not, but you know, both teams playing the entire map, you know, from east to west. They're playing the entire map for the most part. Obviously the east is a little bit, you know, a little bit more bare, but the west is obviously going to be more occupied, just because this is the defensive side of LEP. They are you know, putting a lot of resources onto this western side. Looks like they have T-gun back here. There's a lot of infantry just to make sure that 9 May does not basically break through the Jordan Canal. But what LEP needs to do is they need to take out this side of the map. If they take out this garrison and all these spawns, they're gonna have a much easier time capturing Causeway. LEP, I would say, is playing a little bit passive right now, but obviously there's still over an hour to go in the game. They are starting to actually cap the point. Looks like Light is in the back. Not sure if he actually took out the on point here. He is not yet. He is close. Ooh. Probably do have some lawn tank engagements. Yeah, 9 May tank all the way back here somewhere. Yeah, this tire tank just sitting in the back, just waiting for pains and trying to snipe. Not really bringing their heavies up too much. More smoke artillery coming in. One of the tough things for this map will be getting tanks across this river that LEP is facing right now. Don't want to drive into the river and waste 600 plus fuel. I'm not quite sure. Oh, they just built that rep station too and immediately gets hit by Artie. Very unfortunate. Is coming in here. Not quite sure where that was going, but we're gonna go on the eastern side of the map, or western side. LEP is trying to make some sort of progress over here. I'm very surprised. See, they made some changes, and I don't remember these changes over here specifically. But oh, attrition. It's one rocket into the Stewie. The leak gets him. Cap gets the other. I don't know if they see the OP. Yes, they do. That's a P strike. And it misses the 76 by a hair. We'll get that repped up and ready to go. This Stewart tank gonna be a little bit of a pain for 9 May now to deal with. They actually have to deal with it now. Have a few SLs. They probably will get some AT on it and destroy it, but this is an opportunity for LEP now to capture this eastern side or this western side of the map. I keep saying eastern, west. Skibbity goes down. Oh, Kasan misses his shots. Joker lives to see another day. The LEP just pretty much just pushing straight up the gut, making the cap flip a little bit. Smoke already is coming down now. Dennis and Zanis, I don't know how to pronounce his name. They can win some more of these gunfights, and if they can get to the garrison, it really put 9 in a pinch. Oh, I wish we had a knife there. JT, JD. Huge arty splash. Let's get him down. Not sure if Sniper thinks there's someone on the garrison. There's not. But he does die to LEP Artie, and LEP is starting to flip the cap now into their favor. There's a Puma here, somewhat back them up. Not sure if Ghost here's the garrison or not. Goes the Puma. Halfway to go on this cap. The LEP look pretty strong. Garrison is still up for 9 May. They aren't dead out of the water quite yet, but Gringo fortunately does not get more of that hip fire of the MG. I do expect a giant 9 spawn wave to pop on this garrison any second. Huge satchel goes off. It does not get the garrison. It's a few infantrymen. I might just get a decent spawn wave off. LEP is still pressing the fight. I think we might get another spawn wave off in this area before this cap is over. Is 9 gonna get a spawn wave? They did a huge spawn wave. I'm not sure where Artie's gonna land. It's gonna be close. Bottom run is coming in for, looks like 9 It's gonna kill a bunch of players from each team, but it will somewhat kill this push a little bit. We got a medic on the field from Ghost, but dies to a satchel. Not sure if that took up the left OP. I don't know why he didn't checked. Another huge spawn wave from 9 This looks like it will be defended for the time being. Huge satchel goes off. Not sure if that took the Gary. Yes, it did take out the Gary on the point. Sniper probably going to rebuild it. Oh, looks like Mars beat him to the punch. But this is going to be a lot of LEP in here and not a lot of 9-May. Just really Mars, Blue Light, and Demoon? I don't know. This is a lot of LEP players. Do expect another huge spawn wave to happen right here. If you spawn on an OP. Rocket from JD, but spawn wave does happen. It's not a huge one. And this will be a LEP capture here to make it 3-2 in the LEP favor. They're already somewhat contesting on Meline Bridge. Looks like it's just one little AT player. I think bombing run is incoming from LEP now. A bunch of AT guns actually built on the western side. Or Deja Vu does die to that bombing run. Looks like LEP is starting to flip Meline Bridge into their favor, but they will get some sort of defense with that spawn wave of the garrison. Only issue is there's going to be no on-point Gary from Meline Bridge, the way that 9-May laid out their garrisons. Not really surprised that, you know, they laid the garrisons out the way they did, especially with Cabbage Patch as their last point. They're going to wait. Satchel to go off and start harassing the point that is Meline Bridge. Now it just becomes a grind of what these tanks can do for 9-May. 9-May has all 3 heavies up. Not sure what LEP has, but really, really intense fighting for that Midcap. LEP really grinded their way through all the RD and ATs and rockets and all that fun stuff. I think they do have a medium MS-76 on the main road still. I mean, tanks are playing a little bit passive, especially for having mid, but, you know, it is PHL, so it's easy to get caught out. LEP just... the whole team of LEP on your screen right now, just all pushing as one. It's like one big platoon of players. But they are starting to inch towards this red line, blue line garrison. I think there is some sort of harassment going on over here from this heavy tank. Just a few players. Looks like 9-May is going to send up a heavy to help possibly break through, but they do have a heavy tank back here and a medium. Not gonna really quite see this tank engagement just because of all the names and stuff in the way, but oh, what a rocket snipe there. I'm not sure who that was. Was that Zoto? Or Zozo? I think that was a rocket snipe from him. Heck of a rocket snipe there. Taking out the blue line garrison of 9-May. checking some things. Golfy. Not sure if he got a satchel on or not. But he has rockets. Tank just kind of stuck all on its lonesome. He will get the engine of that tank, and he absolutely gets obliterated by his by the friendly tiger from 9 That's amazing. I want to follow that, but it's probably not a good idea. Oh man. I love ricochets and comp matches. It's the most fun thing to see in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Two tigers here, each side of the hedge. Oh, what's this? Oh, did I just miss a knife fight? I saw it developing and I just... Oh, man. Highly unfortunate there. Take a look at the map. Looks like, you know, Miami does have this western side still, so they're not giving this up, which is good. But, you know, LEP not really putting too much, you know, manpower and resources over here. It's a little surprising, but... Like, LEP is actually starting to cap Meline Bridge. Looks like they probably have a garrison behind 9 Some guys leaking in. Tanks are engaging, actually. Golfing from behind with the rocket, gets one. Switches to his AR, gets him. Will Golfy get the kill? Maybe he doesn't have another rocket? I don't think he does. Oh, and Golfy gets the knife. Let's go, Golfy. But I think he might die in a second to HE round. Oh, and Evicha is shot by a medium tank. Thankfully for him, that medium does go down. Brought it to this other tiger. Anime's trying to put some sort of pressure, but they don't have really any garrisons to support them, like, at all around Meline Bridge. They can probably put one on the point now. They do have a red zone in the far west, or far east, I should say. So, Anime's still in, you know, decent map control as far as what they can control right now. But yeah, that LEP definitely has some sort of shenanigans in the back line of LEP or of 9 right now. LEP. I keep saying the wrong name, I think. I don't know. Oh. Light with the AT. I know he's starting to put a little bit of pressure on this front door of LEP here. They can start maybe sending up this Tiger tank, and I think, did they repair this one? Oh, it might be satched by Cosman. There's no one in it. This Tiger will probably go down. TC gonna try to get to it. It might be too late if he is satcheled. Like Polka and Sergi making a little bit of ground, but Grim Q gonna shut that down very, very quickly. Looks to be a left bombing run. JD, Tassin, Shelmian. Some important fights right here. If they can wipe out Shelmian's OP, maybe with this grenade, just not get the OP, and Shelmian going on a tear, just running through the bogs of PHL. Map one more time. Looks like 9 May still actually has a bunch of fuel, 1100 in fact, and all 3 heavies up still. So, you know, they could make some sort of push with like extra tanks reserve. I'm surprised they haven't put a tank down in this HQ yet, just so they can get that spawn off. They might have a vehicle in the way. I'm not quite sure. Learning, you know, 9 May's set up pretty well to make some sort of play happen, but maybe just trying to find the right time to make that play. Less than halfway to go. Still plenty of time for... Oh, what a huge grenade from somebody there. Oh. So they are gonna bring up one of the Tigers. Not sure what 9 may have, or for LEP what they have. Their tanks are playing pretty, I would say, passive as well on the main road. Nine May is starting to flip this cap a little bit with basically 2 heavy tanks. Oh no, did they get? Oh, I thought they got this one stuck. Maybe we're just trying to rep it or get a satchel off. Double check to make sure that is the case. Babu hiding in the tall grass. I think P-Strike might be coming down on this Tiger. Action come on this back one. And somehow takes it out. It landed right over here, but you know, I'm not here to judge. Well placed P-Strike there by the Commander Cactus. Oh, and Black Scarf hits the tree. Bunch of bodies do spawn on defense for LEP. Actually, it looks like LEP screwed up on a satchel, maybe. Just placed it on the ground next to the tank. The tank was wise to back up because probably knew it didn't have any infantry support and just decided, yep, this ain't for me, and backs away. Oh no, it's Stewart from behind. Yappy in the Stewart. This could be a disastrous play if they can get this Stewart behind this Tiger tank. But remember, they do have this tank back here, but it's not even faced towards them. The Stewart crew is trying to find out where exactly this Tiger is. Does he have a shot back here? They somewhat do. It's gonna be disastrous for 9 May if this Stewart hits this Tiger. Hits it once in the butt, but it's gonna escape out of line of sight. Might be getting pings. Ricochets him. Missed by a 9 May rocket. Oh, he engines him. This is gonna be close. Oh, the AT's from behind and the Stewart kill him. Huge team play there from LEP. Taking out that tiger that was assaulting Carentan Causeway. Oh no. Well played there from LEP, but that's a little bit of a heartbreak as this Stuart is finally going to go down to probably this other tiger. Oh my, what is that? Ricochet. I think this tiger down here was a little bit distraction by some infantry and sappers. As you can see, he is damaged, probably by some AT. He's gonna get hit right away from a 76. Oh, 76 hides right away, but then does get the kill onto him. That's gonna be 2 tigers down within a minute. 76 does get that kill. Nice little line of sight that he did have through this little gap right here. Well played by this armor crew. A 9-May kind of on the back foot now as far as armor. They do have, you know, plenty of fuel, but, you know, losing 2 tanks within a minute like that, it really hurts. It really does hurt. Oh, maybe we can get some Satchel plays. I almost thought that was a 75 jumbo for a second. Medium's just kind of full sending it, but oh, he's stuck. This might be that medium. So this medium's gonna escape. Oh man. Oh, that's funny, dude. That's funny. Oh, look at this though. Huge satchel right here. Huge satchel. Just playing very, very patient here. And this tank crew is gonna wonder how the heck did they just die. The only person that can really save them is Maximus right here, but I don't think either this tank crew or him knows this. And they both will go down, and that is going to be a dead 76. Well played there. Getting that satchel, playing very, very, very patient. But now 9-May they're kind of scrambling right now to get something going. LEP has been, you know, ever since they did cap this midpoint, they've been pretty much in full control of the red line, blue line, and just been kind of slowly pushing their front line to Meline Bridge. The one thing that we haven't seen yet is what 9-May is doing now. They're trying to set up, you know, some sort of supplies in the back line. I'm not sure what he's trying to rocket at, but, you know, there's no recon OPs back here. Garrisons are down along Meline Bridge. You know, LEP is starting to suffocate 9-May a little bit too much for them to handle. Obviously, they are handling it right now, but it's just kind of a slow, I would say, death. But word slightly. Obviously now for 9-May, they're just trying to rebuild their field. They do have 2 heavies on the field. I think LEP only has maybe 1. They do have this medium that is rather weak. This medium could get a side shot. I think they do see this medium coming up. Misses their first shot. And it will go down to Joker and this tank crew. Maybe Grim's trying to do a sneaky play. Ooh. Moscow did not hear him or see him. Ninemei's trying to push a lot from the east now. That's something to pay attention to. If Ninemei starts leaking in from the east, forcing Ninemei to, or forcing LEP to basically come back to hard cap, it really opened that front door with them if Ninemei can just hold on to this eastern side. Moscow can get his revenge, and he does not. A little bit unfortunate for him. This trio of LEP players fighting and winning all their gunfights so far will lead them to that. JD been all over the map so far this match. Nice little quick two-piece. Wonder if he can get behind and maybe get some rockets to this tank. Billy try to go for the sniper. Or Shelmian on the front lines. Immediately goes down. That's so... I keep doing that to people. That's okay. A very spread around map for Ninemei. Trying to get something going. Maybe they can establish a garrison up here in the west, but obviously LEP, very good control. Ooh. Lente gets 2, but does die himself. Lemon. I think that P4 did finally go down. Seems as though it went down to a Satchel. Like LEP is starting to bring up a 76. Not sure if this is not called out or not. Tiger actually does get 1 pen into that 76, trades him back, but obviously the Tiger's gonna have the advantage here, and it will kill that 76. Nice play by that tank crew. Winning that trade out, spotting that 76 first. I think they do have the one heavy advantage. So Ninemei honestly has been in control of the heavy game for the majority of the game. It's been flipping kind of back and forth occasionally, but I think they do have the heavy lead currently. Haven't quite taken care of it yet, and they are going to get Satchel. The Postal hops out. To get him down before he does get that Satchel down. Oh, and his own crewman, I think, dies to the coax. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. Virus trying to get a Satchel down, and he gets cut down by KASANOVA. Satchel can do something here. Trying to get his OP down inside of a bush. The Gringo says no to that. Help him out with the old reliable. Gets 2 more, maybe 1 more. But this tank crew here for 9 is just getting assaulted by a bunch of AT and sappers. KASANOVA seems to be trying to defend him as best he can. So with less than 24 minutes to go, Diamond's going to have to make some sort of push to counter-tank Causeway. They're trying to wrap around right now, but obviously they're going to have to muscle their way through the red line, blue line, straight north. But still a lot of game yet to be played. Stoney with the shotgun. Try to get a Satchel. Oh, but this Tiger stands still. Postal gets out, but he does die. No infantry to cover this this Tiger, and he does get down the Satchel onto this 70 or onto this Tiger. Who does not hop out? They will eventually die to that Satchel. Looks like Bomb and Run is coming down onto the hard cap of Meline Bridge. Not really going to do too much damage. Maybe we'll wipe out the on-point Gary. Hey, we'll actually not. Oh, pretty much ineffective bombing run for the most part. Maybe destroyed some supplies. Down goes the Tiger. Stoney. Seems as though like some of the OPs, do they have a garrison all the way over here? Or is this just an OP spawn? Yeah, it's just an OP spawn, but like LEP has been, you know, pretty much in the CD 7-8 sector the entire match, ever since they did cap middle, and they've just been kind of poking and prodding their way through there, occasionally into the hard cap, destroying a garrison, maybe Satchel and a tank, just slowly grinding away at the defense that is 9-man. Bomb Run does come down on the hard cap, and there is an airhead here. Kind of out in the open. I don't know if Maximus will destroy it in time, and the grenade does take it out. If you look at the resources right now, obviously it's going to take some time to recover that, but that is going to hurt your chances. Going for that early game airhead is always a little curveball. Many teams don't expect you to go for the airhead until like the later, you know, 10 minutes to go in the game for the most part. Maybe they're trying to think that they could throw 9-May off or LEP off their game a little bit, but LEP was ready and prepared for it. Guskit actually does have a decent OP around the point. I don't know if the 76 is Satchel or not. Clearly not. Polka can maybe get a Satchel down into this. Oh, he gets cut down right away by Gilmore. Or Gilmy. Like 9 May do have an OP behind them, starting to harass them, but at the same time they are starting to like lose grasp on the front door. That is Meline Bridge. I think Fabu is on the Gary and probably will take it out. Unless they're just locking it out. Oh. Alpha Hawk is on it and taking it out. And that will start the cap flip towards the left side's favor. Less than 20 to go, and this is not what you want if you are 9 May. Mind kill does kill somebody. Tiger Tank's actually backing up, I want to say. Yes, it is backing up. But not a lot of 9 May here. They're kind of just scrambling to get back into the point. LEP is basically all over Meline Bridge. Now, they do have a decent Gary network around Meline, but, you know, this front door is basically where all of, like, half of 9 May or half of LEP's team is. Tiger getting harassed by infantry as well. Ooh, Alpha Walk with the hipfire MG play. Is going to destroy the supplies that are on point that just dropped. Do not recall 9 May also did use a bombing run, so they can't use the bombing run for defense until roughly about the 11 or so minute mark. Well, I think it's all going to be off cooldown. Do have a red zone garrison, but they are starting to lose their point. 9 May needs a call for a full reset. They do get a Gary down, so they are going to get some defense. But it immediately gets RD'd with everybody on it. Oh man, that hurts if you're 9 May. Or if Dennis will shoot a rocket at it. Sergeant Andrew immediately goes down to Elios or Dennis. They are starting to recover slightly on defense. Satchel actually kills a bunch of players. I want to say that was a friendly Satchel from left there that actually wiped out the SP. You do pay attention from behind now. This garrison is still green. LEP are starting to sneak in behind them. LEP is aware of them. That, you know, something is popping off. Obviously, plenty of time going this match, but 15 minutes doesn't seem like a lot of time, but, you know, it can be enough time for, you know, 9 May to refocus and regather and maybe do something in the last 10 minutes or so. They just need to hold on to this defense for maybe a tad bit longer, maybe to get this offensive pressure, you know, going a little bit. The Lux tank is starting to get harassed by Cosman. Lots of LEP are starting to infiltrate on their side of the river now. Here's Dennis. Dennis will use a rocket to knock out this garrison. That arty from LEP is just brutal right now. Down goes the garrison from Dennis. LEP are trying to make this a 4-1 game in their favor. Less than 14 minutes to go. Come back to that in just a second. But, you know, LEP is doing a very good job of pulling off this defense. This is a rough spot. Cairntan Causeway can be a really rough point to recapture on either side. Just joining me for the last few minutes of this match. Division 2 here for the Premier League. Got LEP and 9May battling out. 9May did get the initial cap after basically destroying a lot of the trucks. Rocket snipes, AT gun snipes, you name it. But after a slow, grindy, painful fight for about, I would say, just about a half hour or so, LEP did retake the Midcap, and they are nearly 2/3 cap now onto this Meline Bridge 4th point. Satchel is down here. The 9May boys will at least kill 2 of these players. Maybe a 3rd if it reaches them with enough range. Airhead is coming down for the LEP. We'll knock out a bunch of players. Oh, Gallon with a huge kill. That is the biggest kill probably of the game so far, in my personal opinion. That will save the airhead, or destroy the airhead spawn. Obviously, there's a huge OP that he, I think, walked by, but that will destroy the airhead, giving them a slight more breathing room. Oh, Fadich almost got the OP range to knock it out. Garrison is back down here for 9May. Vlad the TC spawns in as TC on the garrison. To try to do what he can as a TC. Not gonna have an OP, just a Thompson basically. Every body counts inside a cap weight. Oh, Fabu taking out 2. We got a medic here. He's actually healing somebody, has medic. That is hilarious. 9May still defending. Huge spawn wave off the Gary, but the arty. And it looks like a 76 is going to drive on to the hard cap, and that will secure the 4-1. But just over 10 minutes to go into this week 4 matchup. Brutal fight here from LEP. Bomb run is coming down from 9May now. But with that 76 in the way, it's going to be very tough now for 9May to recapture this point, and then obviously also capture the midpoint if they want to win this game. Not sure if LEP has something set up for Cabbage Patch. Does not look like they do. Cabbage Patch, probably one of the harder points for a team to capture if they're not, you know, well equipped and prepared for it, but it's not really going to matter too much. But it's probably not going to go for the 5-0 here with less than 10 to go. They don't want to risk anything, obviously. It sounds like there is a second 76. Yes, there is. And I don't see any heavy tanks for 9May whatsoever. I think they actually spawned in a Luke's tank in mid-HQ to get some sort of armor up. They just got, realistically, a Lux and a Puma to do something. It's not really going to do too much against these two heavies here at Meline Bridge. Down goes one of the tanks. Maybe it was an AT gun, I'm not quite sure. Something blew up. That actually... oh, it's just a truck that was stuck in a trench. Mix Q with the kill. Rob is going flying across your screen on the right side. Ooh, Louis there with the rocket. I think it was Louis. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Climber run is going in for LEP. Oh no, this is gonna kill the Puma. No, not the Puma. Oh, it's highly unfortunate for that Puma that just got in that position. Less than 7 minutes to go, and 9May, if they do want to squeak out a win here, they do need to start capturing it soon. And oh my gosh, I don't know who just shot this guy off the tank. May is going to have to start capping it within the next 2 minutes if they do want a chance to win. It takes 2 minutes to cap, and there's 2 points for 9May to cap if they do need a win. Obviously, LEP's probably not going to go for Cabbage Patch. Unless they mathematically are going to win, maybe they might try to throw an airhead at Cabbage Patch, who knows. Huge arty splash there. Kind of 9May's, I don't know if the P-Strike's happening. What? I don't think he got down to Satchel. He did get down to Satchel onto the hard cap. Gonna clear out a bunch of the spawns, but not the garrison, which is tucked in behind this road right here. I think there's another tank. Yes, there is another tank on its way. 1 minute to go until this is mathematically over. Satchel does blow up and kill a bunch of people. down. Very curious of how many people this might kill with that satchel. I don't think quite that many. Satchel should go off any second now. I don't want to see it blow up and kill a bunch of people, but... Oh, a knife kill. Let's go. Grab there. And that will be a GG's. In this game, LEP will come out on top. Question is, will 9May try to get this back to a 3-2 loss? Or will, yeah, LEP trying to get a 5-0 win? Or will 9May try to get a 3-2 loss? Obviously, if you're LEP, you're feeling pretty good. Getting your second win of the season. Unfortunately for my 9May, this will be their 4th loss, but they did play one heck of a game here on PHL. I think one guy is drowning right now. And he does drown. I think Shy Lieutenant is drowning as well. And he does drown. Go down. I see some more knife fights. And looks like it's probably going to be a 4-1 win in favor for LEP. Moscow trying to cross this trench where we saw 2 people drowned already. And I think Moscow might be the 3rd victim. Yeah. Oh, it's so unfortunate. This will be a 4-1 victory for LEP here in Week 4 of the Premier League. Lots of rockets being shot at from both teams, trying to get their final few kills. Oop, got my mic. P4 just rolling in, trying to get the last few kills. It's not going down without a fight. Getting hit by AT, tanks, rockets, and everything in between. Will go down. Fun little match here in Purple Heart Lane. Some good aerial shots right now. All Louis here. It's 1. It's 2. But does go down. Will most likely be the end of this game. And that will be it here. It's going to be a 4-1 in victory of LEP. GG's to both teams. I'm going to give my commendation to KASANOVA. They played fantastic in this match from both sides. That's gonna do it for me in this stream. For the time being, I'm gonna cast one later on tonight with Caparzo. I'm gonna get the band back together for that. But in the meantime, go look at the schedule real quick. We're gonna have SassyAnna. I think that stream is going on right now between one SBS and Pathfinders, and then I think starting technically in 15 minutes when the stream goes live, Caparzo will be doing Exodus and Taco, as well as DonGotti will be doing Dragoon Guard. So that will be some good games going on. And then to finish off the week 4 of the Premier League, me and Caparzo will be co-casting together the SVS and 11 ID Division 8 matchup. That's gonna do it for me. I wish you guys all a good night and a good day, and I'll see you guys later on today. Take care. Bye.